Hey there, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bees, and on this channel, we break down the shady tactics, the false promises, and straight up culty behavior of multi-level marketing companies so that you don't have to. I cover everything from bad business models to bogus health claims with science and data. And of course, the wildest multi-level marketing fails. If that sounds like your thing, hit the subscribe button because we've got a lot to talk about today. We really do. So, Pruvit just was acquired by Herbalife. Yes, really. If you haven't watched my deep dive live stream that I did on this past Wednesday, check it out. Now, if you know anything about Herbalife, you're probably already screaming internally because same. This is the MLM that's been investigated for many years. They've faced pyramid scheme lawsuits and still somehow convince people that their chalky shakes are the key to health and wellness and wealth. Wild. And who better to convince you that this is totally fine and not a completely desperate attempt to keep a failing company afloat than Nick Martinez. Nick Martinez, come to the front. I'd like to have a word with you. Okay. He is Pruvit's one of the top leaders in Pruvit, if you will. And in my opinion, he seems to be a professional damage control specialist. Yikes. Spoiler alert, it's not fine. They're not doing well, in my opinion. And it's just one scam, again, in my opinion, swallowing another to keep the cash flowing. Yeah, so grab your ketones, your normal drink that doesn't cost over $100 a month, because we're about to break down why this merger is not the win that Nick wants you to believe. And oh boy, do we have fallacies, cult tactics, and a whole lot of this aged, just like milk moments to go through. So let's get into it.
What's happening, everybody? I am so excited to have a little conversation with you. My phone has been blowing up just since the announcement was made that Herbalife acquired Pruvit. And I know I've been getting just text message after text message after text message. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Oh my gosh, what's going on? And I want to let you all know, this is actually probably the coolest thing that's ever happened in the world of direct sales. One of the largest, if not the largest, multi-level marketing company, Herbalife, been around for 45 years, just acquired Pruvit. And the question you have to ask yourself is why? Why would they acquire a company like Pruvit? What's in it for them? And then the other question that I'm getting a lot is hey, I'm a Pruvit rep. What's going on?
Let's pause him there really quick. Nick, I bet your phone has been blowing up. Probably with frantic reps panicking about their income disappearing, if they even are making income. Pruvit's income disclosure statement from 2022 showed that the median income of all distributors within the company was less than $11 for the year. So I'm sure that there's a lot of people that are worried that they're going to be making even less than that. And that's probably going to be the case, just in my opinion. But sure, let's frame this like it's the coolest thing in MLM history instead of a desperate attempt to keep a sinking ship afloat, like I believe it is.
First off, for those of you that are Pruvit reps, right, the timing couldn't ever have been better. If you're looking at Pruvit, the timing to join Pruvit couldn't even be better. And I'm going to explain why here in a second. And also, it makes me excited, makes me proud to literally be part of a company that started 10 years ago. I got started 9.5 years ago, launching something that was innovative, something that was blue ocean to the market. It's ketones. What's on my shirt right here?
Okay, I'm going to stop him again. So Nick was asking, why would a company buy Pruvit? Well, first of all, let's talk about that company, Herbalife. Why would Herbalife, who has been known for legal troubles, pyramid scheme accusations, and shady health claims, acquire another company that's also been accused of misleading people about health benefits? Well, that's exactly why. Birds of a feather, scam together, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Let's also talk about this blue ocean nonsense, where he said just a second ago, we're launching something innovative, something that was blue ocean, ketones, just like what's on my shirt. This is classic MLM buzzword, blue ocean, which is just code for, in my opinion, no legitimate company is doing this because it doesn't work. And here's the reality. Ketones are not revolutionary. Your body already produces them when they're needed. Drinking them doesn't magically burn fat, because if people like Nick or anybody else that's drinking Pruvit ketones for a prolonged period of time, if they actually burned fat, they would have no fat on their body whatsoever. And in my opinion, that doesn't seem to be the case for many reps in the company. That's not me being rude. That's just me saying, you're claiming it burns fat. This doesn't make any sense. What you will burn, though, is your wallet. because Pruvit's overpriced ketones are basically expensive pee, in my opinion. So there's that.
Taking something that you couldn't make, right, that was way too expensive, literally 17 years ago, to get a serving of the drink that we sell now was $200. $200. Now it's $5, $6 a drink, right? And it tastes amazing. Back then it tastes like jet fuel, right? A company that's revolutionized the health world, that truly has done billions in sales. Why would a company like Herbalife want to be attached to them or want them under their umbrella? So let's just talk a little bit about that. Well, Pruvit's innovated. Pruvit has 50 plus patents, over 150 pending on ketones, right? Pruvit also, over the last couple of years, has developed something kind of behind the scenes to take even ketones to the next level. How do you take something that has been an amazing supplement, that is something that everybody should be drinking? If you're not drinking ketones yet, I'm telling you, get some, right? Get with whoever sent this video to you, or get my link and order yourself some ketones. Your brain will thank you, right? Your heart will thank you. Your muscles will thank you. But at the same time, what's the next iteration of that? Well, there's this concept called protocol. Handful of us leaders got to experience and see it a couple weeks ago at our Epic event. It was under an NDA. It was very secretive because there was a lot of stuff going on the behind the scenes, clearly. And this concept of protocol is, how do you take somebody to the absolute next level? How do you optimize humans? How do you literally allow somebody to step into their absolute best performance? And it is.
Oh, well, that's very clearly with the K-Talk courses, right, Nick? That cost the distributors almost $1,000 USD to be able to sell ketones. What did it stand for? Ketone Technology Optimization Coach? That's embarrassing. What happened to the other courses that Brian said he was going to roll out? Oh, they cash grab? Okay, got it.
And it isn't just a one-size-fits-all approach. So it's designing a protocol that's not just a supplement, that's way beyond that, way more broad. And it uses technology, it uses custom nutrition, it uses it is just robust. Now, we're going to talk more about that later because it's coming. And I'm telling you, if you're not yet connected with Pruvit, get connected, because you're going to want to be part of this launch of protocol. And it is exciting and fun. It's something I know, if I take anyone that I'm working with, anybody that's in my life, and let them get into this, like, they're going to see an amplification of their energy. They're going to see their body fat percentage decrease. They're going to see just their overall biomarkers, their overall age reduce and go backwards. That's that exciting. So take Pruvit, innovator, blue ocean company. Take protocol, something that Pruvit has been developing behind the scenes, creating, putting resources.
Sounds like they got a killer deal on Pruvit. 3 companies for $25 to $30 million for all 3 of them, considering Pruvit used to, at the peak of their scamming, if I may, in my opinion, had a revenue of almost $600 million. So to get all 3 companies for $25 to $30 million, that tells us exactly what's happening within Pruvit, in my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments.
In literally for the last couple of years. Take a company called Herbalife that's 45 years old in 90-something countries, a multi-billion-dollar yearly company, right? Why would they be interested in these two? Well, they're wanting to run into the future together. Like, they're wanting to take their field into the future. Pruvit's wanting to go to the future. And this is a partnership that literally gives Pruvit access to all of Herbalife's resources. At the same time, we get to go lead.
Right, because it's not a partnership, it's an acquisition. Herbalife is acquiring 100% of Pruvit's assets. That includes the patents, from the sounds of it. That includes the products. That includes the customer list, the promoter list, everything. This is not a merger. This is an acquisition. Pruvit is being acquired, purchased by Herbalife.
The charge. So here's the question I'm getting. Like, okay, if I'm a Pruvit rep.
I'm hearing that the Herbalife reps are really excited about the Pruvit reps coming over. I'm sure that that's going to go really well, considering that when you join Herbalife, the comp plan is very, very different. The marketing guidelines, rules, and regulations, if you will, because of the scrutiny that Herbalife has faced for health claims and all of that stuff, it's going to be very different. Very, very different.
Does my business go away? No. If you're a Pruvit rep, your business is still Pruvit, right? Herbalife is
Except it's not a business. And we know that, Nick. You and I both know that. Come on. Because if it were their business, they would be the ones making the decision on whether Herbalife acquired their business. So,
umbrella, Pruvit is part of that umbrella, is underneath it. It's just like Coke. They own so many different drinks. I don't know if LaCroix is owned by Coke or Pepsi, but it's owned by one of them. When you go by LaCroix, you don't think that it's Pepsi, it's LaCroix, right? So Pruvit still exists as part of that umbrella, and it will still exist into the future. Herbalife still has Herbalife, their company. They still sell their shakes. They still do what they're doing. Here's the cool part is there's this baby that they're kind of making together, which is called Protocol, which is in the middle. And
see, now, Nick, if you're going to come on Beyonce's internet in 2025 and make statements, you probably should fact check it. Because first of all, LaCroix is not owned by Coca-Cola or Pepsi. You just claimed that it was owned by one of them. It's actually owned by National Beverage Corporation. So yeah, fact check your analogies before you try to sound business savvy or whatever you're trying to do here. And second, this isn't some normal business acquisition. If Herbalife actually saw Pruvit as a successful company, they wouldn't need to buy them out. They'd be competing with them like other MLM companies. This is not that hard to figure out, Nick. We all see what's going on here.
Like, if you want to participate in that, make sure you have Ketones, make sure you're part of Pruvit, because as they start to launch and roll out this protocol concept, this new app, this new technology, this will be it'll be a combination of the two. So it's really, really exciting to see. What's to come after, the next 6 months, the next 2 years? Well, it's new technology, it's new innovation, it's new opportunity. And right now, if you're a Pruvit rep, you're in a great spot. If you're an Herbalife rep, you're in a great spot. If you're not connected to either company, let's get started. Right? And
you're in even a better spot if you're not connected to either company, because you're critically thinking and you realize MLMs are schemes and scams, probably in your opinion, that are based on recruiting. So shout out to you. I know that he's not talking about this in this video, but one thing that I'm seeing a lot of these Pruvit reps talk about, and I want to include this in this video and probably those going forward that I cover, is this whole comparison, not only to Coke buying LaCroix, which I already debunked through fact checking and research for this video, Nick. Write that down. I also want to talk about how they are comparing this to a McDonald's franchise and why that is so factually incorrect, because we all know it's coming, and this is a fallacy that they're all going to be throwing out. You probably are already seeing it, and if you are, let me know in the comments. Now, they're saying things like, this is just like McDonald's. Each franchise owner is independent but benefits from the brand. Yeah, that's the McDonald's franchise fallacy, essentially. This is a classic MLM talking point that has never been true, and here's why this is completely wrong. If you're a Pruvit rep, write this down. Take notes, okay? McDonald's franchise owners have actual ownership. They buy and they operate a store. They don't make money by recruiting people into a business opportunity. McDonald's makes money from selling food, not from its franchisees. MLMs, they make money off of their reps buying products, not actual retail customers. Franchises are regulated businesses. MLMs, in my opinion, are loophole-ridden scams based on recruiting, where you make the most of your money off of recruiting. McDonald's can't just promise you'll be your own boss and then change the rules overnight like MLMs typically do. So no, this isn't a franchise. It's just one pyramid scheme, in my opinion, merging with another to keep the illusion going. And I know that Nick didn't bring that up necessarily, but I wanted to put that in here because that is something that they are trying to use, and I wanted to debunk it with actual facts and research.
Know that innovation is a real thing. Selling products that you can go buy at GNC or buy on Amazon is great, right? Taking some ingredients and mixing them together. But what if you actually had something that was truly patented, that was truly like groundbreaking, that had over 200 patents pending, right? Combined with technology that's been in the works for a long, long time, combined with just the marketing engine, the resources, the knowledge of the industry, i.e. Herbalife, like that's what we're doing.
I would like to say this about the whole patent argument. You can patent anything, and a patent does not prove that the product is effective. So before you go believing, not just Pruvit reps like Nick here, or anybody in an MLM, before you believe oh, well, we have patents, we have this, we have that. That doesn't mean that the product is effective. It just means that they have said, hey, I want to pay to have this patent to protect the formula, more than likely. That doesn't mean that it is an effective product. So just to be super clear, that's also facts, Nick. So write that down.
Together right now, and it couldn't be a more fun time. So if you guys have questions specifically, reach out to me directly. Would love to just have a conversation with you. And right now, like, what can I do? What can you do? It's just help people with their health. Go find people that are looking for better in their life. And what do we do at Pruvit? And what have we always done? It's help people become a better version of them.
Recruit people into a pyramid scheme, in my opinion. Here's the translation of what Nick just said. Go recruit more people so we don't run out of money. Again, in my opinion. MLMs want you to believe that they really sell products, but what they really sell is false hope and empty promises. But let's hear what else Nick has to say.
Right? Better energy, better focus, better finances, better fat loss, showing up better as a mom, showing up better as a dad. And I'm telling you,
better finances. Okay. Drinking ketones is not going to make you a better parent. So that's weird, Nick.
What we're doing here in the future is just more of the same at an even higher level. So think of it like this: Pruvit. Then you have, Herbalife.
That looks like you're making a pyramid with your hands. I love that for us. That might have to go in the thumbnail. We'll see what I come up with.
Then you have Pruvit. You have the protocol. You have Herbalife. It's all under this umbrella. And stay tuned for more information. Stay tuned for some more details. If you're somebody that's like, hey, I want to be in the know. I want to see what goes on with this. It's an exciting time. I'm excited to expand.
You're trying to say it's an exciting time in your body language, just in my opinion. I'm no body language expert, but you don't look that excited. Your hands in front of the camera, and it feels like you're trying to hide. What do you know that you're not telling everybody, Nick? Because I bet it's a lot.
And our reach. I'm excited to expand our conversation and help more people. So with that, have an awesome day, guys. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Okay, goodbye, Nick. I hope you have the day you deserve. Hope that helps. All right, anyways, let's talk about the final thoughts. Herbalife acquiring Pruvit isn't a brilliant business move, in my opinion. It's just one scam swallowing another to keep their failing reps from jumping ship. That's what I think. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Listen, if you're in Pruvit, this is your wake-up call. Hopefully this is your wake-up call. If you see this video, the people at the top, they're going to be just fine. People like Nick are going to be just fine because of the special deals and the, behind the scenes handshake deals and all of that stuff that we know based on lawsuits. Thank you, Michael Rutherford, for that part. That's not a compliment, Mike. All right, calm down. They're going to be just fine because of all those special things while they stand on stage and tell everybody, hey, if I can do it, you can too. So I'm sure people like Nick are going to be just fine. But people like Nick will never be successful in these types of things if they don't have people under them. Because the people under them are the ones that get screwed. You have more power than you realize. So ask the tough questions, do your own research outside of your upline, look into what an acquisition looks like, do your own research. I know that there's going to be quite a few people that are probably pissed off about this. I was too. I get it. I understand. So drop your thoughts. And also, I think it would be pretty cool to drop some advice to people that are in Pruvit, promoters that are a part of Pruvit in the comments. Maybe give them some advice on how they can research, what they can look for. If you're somebody that works in some sort of a financial industry, maybe you can offer some advice for them in the comments. And maybe together we can help people get away from these schemes and scams. And I do think Pruvit is a scheme and a scam. Again, just my own opinion. So share this video to help expose MLM scams. And if you're feeling really spicy, send it to that promoter that keeps cold messaging you. Anyway, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more anti-MLM breakdowns and some laughs and some sarcasm. That's what we do here. Guys, stay skeptical and don't get scammed, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.